obviously on a layoff like this, any particular concerns about lethargy or focus or anything like that?
I mean, we practiced real hard, long yesterday. Practiced pretty hard today, shortened it up a little bit. Yeah, but we're just worried about, obviously these guys, when they go home, don't touch a ball, for a couple of days. So just worried about ball skills and it's kind of like hand-eye coordination, getting their cardio back up, and but by the time you get 3 days of practice and a shoot around the day of the game Sunday, we should be good.
One of the ways that RJ can obviously contribute this year is in a situation like this where you can simulate the other team's best player. How did you go about using him? How did you go about doing that this week?
RJ, he elevates practice, just especially at the offensive end, because he's such a skilled player. And
I'll just send it out.
It's not fair to the people that showed up.
No, this is for me. This guy understands the business.
This is for me. It's the bottom line. But like RJ, he helps practice so much just because he's a really good player, and he obviously helps with preparation when a guard is a focal point, because he could shoot it, score it, he can play make, and he's such a high IQ player. So he just, in general, just having his ability in the program has elevated what we're doing daily. But in preparation for games, I think he really helps the guards. He helps Jalen. He helps Al, because he's really good.
Playing a guy like Cooks, he takes like 32% of their shots. Obviously, he has the ball in his hands all the time. What kind of challenges? You never really probably going to stop him, but obviously you focus a lot on that.
Yeah, he's a really good, really exciting player, and he's going to score. His points. It's about your ball screen defense. It's about your dribble handoff defense. He's got to see a lot of bodies when he has the ball. You can't get too spread out. But they do a really, they do a really good job of back cutting guards and their bigs. They do a really good job of setting pins into dribble handoffs and kind of moving you around. And they're not off to a great start, obviously this year, but coming into the season, Ken Palm, I think they were a top 150 team, and. They've returned a number of guys that led them to 20-plus win season, most wins in school history. So, we'll be prepared for the best version of them.
Have you seen much of the freshman from New Haven, Breland? What are your thoughts on him?
Talented player, really athletic, really attacks. Played well for them. I think in the St. Francis game, really looked athletic and fearless, and he's got good size. And, it was a really good get for them.
Not necessarily this game in particular, but what do you kind of want to fine-tune heading into conference play? Once you start, new year, new conference, etc.
I think, obviously, continue to tweak what we're doing defensively, get better at that end. Doing a good job with our field goal defense at the 2-point level, at the 3-point level, doing a good job. Want to obviously continue to be able to be disruptive at times, then at other times be able to also then protect the paint. You got to be able to kind of play defense both ways, not just pressure people into mistakes, but then also be able to protect driving lanes when you're playing against a team that it's really good at putting their head down. So just, but obviously a lot of time at the offensive end. Just what we becoming a better screening team, becoming a better passing team, executing better, role identification, what we need from each guy. Obviously got to get Josh going. It's going to be big for us going into conference play. Just continuing to see the James and Jalen Gaffney give us a great lift and get the bench guys playing at a high level.
Is this another game that's going to be a tough matchup for Josh, or do you think you can get him involved anyway?
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. tough matchup because they do go 5 out, and they use his guy as a driver from like the horns, and then also he does a lot of, he handles the ball and dribbles at their other 1 through 4 players, either into a back cut, or a dribble handoff. So so we're going to need ball pressure, on his guy. So he's going to have to, with Josh, you can't use it as an excuse. He's got to get better playing defense in space, and I think his pre-catch offense has got to get. I've got to do a better job of coaching. Last year his pre-catch post-up game was really, really good. I think we've allowed him to get lazy, where he's now catching the ball too far away from the basket, and that's hurt him. He hasn't been as efficient this year, so we kind of did a self-study over Christmas with him, and we got to get Josh going.
Well, the minutes kind of working out the way you had hoped, obviously, as the season goes on, whether it be for protection or slash better players, or guys kind of get hot and cold, but is it kind of developing the way you want? You're probably not going to play 10, 11 the whole year, but you still like 8, 9.
Yeah. I mean, 9 is a great number. You can get to 10 if 10 guys make you play them, because you've got such quality, good players and valuable players. They force their way onto the court and they make a coach play 10. I don't. For me, I just don't. If you get no one north of 30, 32, I don't think anyone on this team should probably be playing north of that. And that keeps you fresh where you can close games, you're fresh defensively. But I like where James's minutes are going. I like what Jalen's doing. I like, want to get Brendan in the 20s.
Sid did a better job of showing you that this week since he's come back.
Yeah, I mean, Sid's got talent. He's got to, he's got to get after it. Every single day. He's got to develop an identity at the offensive end. And while he's developing an identity at the offensive end, he's got to come in and change the game. Defensively, with his athletic ability, he just can't, occupy minutes. When programs grow and develop, as opposed to last year where we're just trying to find 5 guys to put on the court. You get better as a program when talent, isn't finding its way on the court, and talent's got to battle its way on the court.
When you're trying to simulate a guy in practice, would you take RJ and say, here's film of the guy, watch him do everything he does, just kind of put him? Is that how you go about it?
Well, we do it. We watch the video pre-practice, and then we set up all of our defensive breakdown drills. We'll do an 8-minute pre-practice segment. Then we'll do which is like a defensive fundamentals focused on our opponent. And then we'll do like a 16 to 8-minute shell breakdown of the actions that they run the most, directed at the 2 to 3 guys that we've got to stop. And then we'll go live in those actions too. And then we walk through it later in practice in a 5-on-5 setting. So these guys, it just allows us to take away the 3 or 4 things our opponent wants to do most, and then hopefully the 2 or 3 players that they're running their most stuff for. Taken away. Off recruiting, gentlemen.
Thanks. Appreciate it.